I know I've been gone for a couple of days, but I was just trying to get my inner being in a better space, better space. So I think I'm better. I think I'm better. Um, yeah, but I've I recorded a video for y'all, right? But I didn't share the video about Sunday because we were supposed to have a do over because the party set about Monday because Sunday party didn't go as planned or whatever. So we were like, let's get together, have a seafood boil. I'm like, all right, I'm down for it, right? Got my seafood boil. No, I had to pick up my sister. I don't know. First and foremost, I started off driving, right? And I didn't know where I was going to, but I was just driving. And I'm like, let me stop wasting this gas and let me just go get my sister. Because I was just like, I was just ready to go outside because my, well, I guess I should start this part. So my son father was supposed to come get Casey and take Casey to go see his grandmother, right? So I thought he was bluffing me. So I'm in the bathtub just, chillaxing, right? And Casey like, Daddy, right? And lo and behold, my baby daddy come walking up the steps and come in the bathroom. He was like, I'm like, okay, whatever, right? So I'm like, what's up? And Casey wasn't dressed yet. My bad, y'all. Okay. A piece of shower there. Casey wasn't dressed yet, so I was like, put the clothes I have on the bed on Casey, right? He was like, all right. So he was like, what you gonna do with the time that, I have Casey? I said, I don't know, wash clothes, go get my nails done. So he was in the room with Casey at this time, and he was like, go ahead, you can stand up. I don't want to see you. I'm like, come on, you want to see me? So he came back in the bathroom, and he was like, I'm like, same body, just a little bit bigger, right? So he like, no, I love it. I'm like, I know you love it. So anyway, he was like, you know what? I'm gonna pay for you to get your feet done. If many people don't know me that well, but I don't like to take my son into the nail shop because all the chemicals. So he threw $100. I don't want to say he threw, but he put $100 on the top of the toilet. So like, okay. So he came and got Casey around like maybe 11 o'clock. But we had already, my sisters and us, we had already, talked on the phone. It was like, let's do a do over, da 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 da. So when he left, I got my clothes on and I ended up getting in my car. And I think I might have been trying to find a nail shop. But I don't know a nail shop because, I'm going to tell the truth, I haven't had my nails done since Kason was about 1. Kason 4 now, right? Because I told you I don't like taking them in the shop. So I was like, instead of me driving around and wasting my gas, let me go get my sister and let us go get go get the seafood. So, the seafood boil could be, a little bit. So we could be there early, right? But my sister, we went and got the seafood, right? And my sister daughter didn't come back like where she was at until 5 o'clock. So I was just like, oh my God. In my head, I kept saying, why we didn't do this on a weekend? Because it's a weekday. It's going to take forever. And, everybody had to get their kids, get off of work or whatever. Right? In my head, I was just like, and I was like, I always said I'm going to go hang out with my sisters and brothers, have a seafood boil. But I was really still irritated from yesterday. From Sunday. Right? So, Get my sister daughter, and my sister got a little baby, like he just turned 1 yesterday, matter of fact. So my nephew and Casey, they was on the end seats because they have car seats. Cause one, I'm not gonna take my baby out the car seat, right? So my niece get in the middle. I was like, I'm glad you small. She like, me too. I was like, cause you would be uncomfortable. And you know what? My niece sat in Casey's car seat because Casey's still not with me right now. My niece like 11 or 12. Just think about it. But my niece is really small to be her age. So she sat in Casey's car seat. So I brought my sister here, and we waited for my baby daddy. And when my baby daddy came, you know, he gave me Casey. And I'm like, all right, we about to leave. So we go and we going to my sister's house. One is 30 minutes away from here. I'm tired, and I'm in my head. I'm starting to get irritated. And I was telling my sister, I'm like, girl, I'm just so irritated from yesterday. I'm like, you know, I just didn't like the fact da this, da this, whatever. Watch that. Y'all wanted to see what I'm talking about? Just watch the video. So my sister's like, she like, I thought something had happened because that's why you ain't come pick me up. I was like, girl, I was going to go shopping because, you know, I didn't have Casey. So then we get to the house, and like that, it was 6 o'clock, and everybody was pulling up, right? And in my head, I was looking like, okay, so I'll go in the house, give them the 3 pounds of crab legs that I bought, and I had told them because I had 4 pounds of shrimps. These are the other half. So I was like, I'm only gonna cook half of my shrimp. I'm gonna take half of it back. My one sister was like, what? Oh, you taking stuff back? I'm gonna take half of my stuff back too. I said, okay, you can do whatever you want. But I'm going to take half of my shrimp back, right? She was like, all right. I'm like, whatever. So then she's like, oh, it's fresh shrimps. Okay. I'm like, whatever. So then my niece was cooking out of one pot, right? But just remember, it's 10 heads that gotta eat, right? So I was just like, I wanted to go in the kitchen and help her, but like she was just like, it was like she was having like a little panic attack because it was her first time cooking for the whole family, right? She's like, Mommy, tell Aunt Sim to get out of the kitchen. So I got out of the kitchen. So she started cooking potatoes, and then she put the sausages in a pot. Remember, no crabs or nothing that's been cooked yet. And she was like, Aunt Cindy, taste this. And I tasted I think I put a piece of corn at first because she wanted me to taste a piece of sausage, but I'm not eating that sausage. They got pork in it. She's like, please taste it. No, I'm not tasting. So anyway, then my brother was like, he was gonna go to the bar, right? And he was like, you want something? I was like, no. I'm like, I don't drink and drive, right? So my brother was like, what? I'm only getting coolers. I said, no, back in the day I used to get tore up. I said, but now I can't drink like I used to because I get drunk quick, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give you $10 to go get me a pack of coolers, in which coolers is only like $6, right? So I was like, just go get me a pack of coolers, right? And I'll take them home and I'll use them on my YouTube channel, right? So it was 2 things that I was supposed to be using on my YouTube channel. So, then my sister was like, girl, your feet is ashy. Or she might have said they was white. I was like, well, my baby daddy gave me some money to go to the nail shop, but instead of going to the nail shop, I'm here with y'all, right? She like, all right, girl, whatever. You ain't gotta say all that. I'm like, but it's true, right? So just picking, because that's just what she do. She just pick. But just remember, I'm already upset from yesterday, and everything is just like coming from the feet on up, and it just keep coming. So anyway, then around like 7, 8 o'clock, probably 8 o'clock, I'm like, I'm ready to eat, right? She gonna say, you fat. Ain't nobody worrying about, I mean, she like, you fat. You can chill out. You ain't that hungry. But I'm looking like I ain't eat since 12 o'clock in my head. It's 8 o'clock. I don't go 8 hours without eating. I don't know who does that unless you on a crazy diet. That I'm not, right? So I walked away the first time, right? So then I came back, but I was still in like a piece of corn here, like the coins was big coins, but they was broke down into smaller pieces. So it wasn't even like a whole thing of corn, like a whole thing of corn. I probably ate like 2 pieces of corn and probably sold like 2 pieces of potatoes. But I don't eat everything that's in the thing. So I was like, God dang! I was like, I'm ready to eat. My sister was like, girl, you fat. You can skip a couple of meals, right? Ain't nobody besides you and worried about food. But both of y'all fat. Y'all need to push away from the table. I may not be using the right words in which she said, but she said that I was fat like 10 or maybe 5 or 10 times. But it was consistent saying that I was fat. And I don't listen to me. I most definitely don't have a fat complex. That's one thing I do not have. I don't have a fat complex. I know I'm fat. You feel me? I know I'm fat. I know I'm fat. I know I'm black. I'm gay. Right? So I was like, why the fuck you, excuse my language, TikTok, I mean YouTube. I was like, why the F you gotta always keep telling me that I'm fat, right? I'm like, I don't want to keep hearing that I'm fat. Like, do something else, right? She was like, what? I said, so if I was ugly, would you call me ugly? Would you tell me that I'm ugly every single day? Every time you see me? Basically, that's what you said. Not that she's calling me ugly, but using it as a similar thing of my appearance. Like, you gotta keep, like, if I was ugly, would you constantly remind me that I'm ugly? Like, you constantly reminding me that I'm fucking fat, right? I already know that. I don't need you to tell me that I'm fat. I need you or nobody else to tell me I'm fat. So, like, y'all see how I'm talking right now? So when I'm upset, I yell. So I'm yelling at her, and like she right here with me. Like, if I swear, if she wasn't my sister, I probably would have hit her, right? So she was like, "Cause you extra sensitive," and I'm like, "I'm not extra sensitive. I told everybody. I think I was telling everybody the whole day that I was irritated. Like, I was so irritated." And it was just I don't know, maybe, it's the fact that, I'm in the house with my son all day, and, it's just us. And, being as though I can't go outside like I want to. I could go outside like I want to, but because of the fact I don't, because COVID is real. I don't care what nobody say. Oh, COVID is fake. No. But anyway, so then I asked my other sister that, a little bit on the plus side. I was like, do you get tired of her keep saying that you fat? She's like, I just don't pay her no mind. I said, but it don't get on your nerves, right? So then I left that sister and I went to another sister that's big. I was like, do her telling you that you fat, do it get on your nerve? She's like, yeah, but that's just like you calling me a B. I'm looking like, for me, I call, if I'm close to you, like if I really mess with you like you are my homegirl, I'm gonna call you bees all day. Not out of disrespect, but just because of, like, I think that we like that, right? But my sister, this one sister, like, but you call me bees. I'm like, but it's totally different. Cause I call you a bee probably once, maybe twice within an hour, maybe. I said, but she just kept saying, you fat, you fat, you fat, you fat, you fat, you fat, you fat. I was just like, maybe, maybe. Because I normally would not go off like that. But I'm just, when I tell y'all I went off, I was just fed up. You hear me? I was just so fed up. But I got to keep saying, I normally do not say something. So, like, somebody here on YouTube, I don't know who it was, I don't remember, but a long time ago, y'all heard me, and I was doing a little video with my sisters, and somebody said fat, or somebody had said something, and they was like, well, when your sisters and them say something that you don't like, you don't say nothing. You just bite the bullet and whatever. But I think because of the fact that I have been, sucking it up, sucking it up, sucking it up. And being as though my boiling point was already reached on Sunday, I needed to let some steam out. So it happened on Monday. And I was like, I didn't feel bad, but I was so mad. So like a little bit more stuff happened, right? So I don't know, maybe when I had maybe the coolers. Okay, the coolers had I'm probably telling y'all stuff out of order. So the coolers had came and they had lined the coolers up on the deep freezer, right? So I tried to avoid my sister seeing me doing it because I already knew it was going to be a problem because the shrimps was already an issue. And I didn't want my sister to see it. So anyway, she came back in the kitchen, but I'm putting my coolers in a bag. She's like, you taking the drinks? I said, you already know I don't drink and drive. She like, this coolers. I said, but again, I don't drink and drive. And, at the end of the day, when I'm at people's houses, I be ready to go home. Right? And it's probably like 9 o'clock. Food's still not done, right? I don't know. Maybe I was like, well, I pay for this. She's like, but we drinking here. And one, I don't take my baby into a bar, so because I don't take him into bars, I don't have liquor. So I was like, whatever. She's like, oh, I could have saved you a box. I was like, no, I'm good. So I just put them in the bag and set them by the door. So, when it was time for me to go, I take them in. So anyway, they eating a seafood boil, right? And we sitting on the balcony, right? There's people on this side of a table, and there's people on. I'm on this side of this table, but this side, I guess that side had the most room, or whatever. So I was like, Kissing got to sit next to me, right? And that was the issue. My brother was like, but my daughter over there eating crabs by herself. I said, my son 4, your daughter 11. Totally different, right? So they're like, well, let me. In my head, I think they was like, well, let's compromise for Cinder. Let's shift around for Cinder. But like, if my son is 4, you're not going to help feed him, right? So I was at one part of the table, but then I slid down to the bottom of the table so I could be next to where Casey at, because Casey wanted to sit next to the kids, right? One, it was no light, so I really didn't see what was going on or whatever. So I ended up getting upset. I was like, you know what? Let me just go get a plate so I can peel some shrimps or peel some crabs for Casey, right? Because I was like, you know what? I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna take my food. So I was already upset. Me and my sister already had a little falling out. I was just whatever. So I'm grabbing. I spent $100. Let's say that. I spent $100, and I took 2 crab legs, like a handful of shrimps, like 4 shrimps, 3 pieces of corn, and that was it. Right? That's all I took for me to eat when I came home after spending $100 on some crab. Right? So, anyway, I walk away and I was trying to go get a plate so I can peel some shrimps and stuff for Kason. Right? I walk back to my baby. My baby choking. So this is Kason, and he's choking, so he's leaned over a little bit. I'm like, ah, ah. And I probably hit him that hard. Right? I didn't say nothing when I was hitting Kason back. But I'm like, what the fuck, y'all don't see my baby choking? Right? But remember, I told y'all there's no light outside. So anyway, I'm like, come on, Casey, let's just go. I'm like, Casey, let's just go in the house. And I was like, I was going to feed him. Because, maybe he did choke off or something. Right? So then I hit my sister and I'm like, well, we can't fucking listen to no music because we got to watch Casey. You don't got to watch Casey. You don't got to watch Casey. You don't got to watch Casey. Because you don't. His mama is here. Right? So I take him in the house. And then my sister, my brother, was like, Cinder, maybe, he was shoving shrimps down his throat. Okay, I don't know what he was doing. But, like, he was throwing up. He like, so try to feed him again. I said, I can't feed him right now because if I feed him, he's going to throw up. Right? So then, um everybody, they just like I was making a big issue, making a big deal, da da da, whatever. And I took my sister, so I was really mad because I would have literally just like, you know what, after this I'm leaving, but I didn't do that. I stayed, and I waited till my sister got her little helping of her seafood, and then I'm like, all right, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Right, the whole ride home, my sister ain't say nothing to me. I was like, oh, I can't vent to you. I'm good. Well, that made me mad too. So I called Keto, and I was just like, I wait till I get home to pretty much vent, right? But one thing I forgot to tell y'all was my sister told me that she's like, I just want to tell you one thing. Don't discipline my nephew in front of them people. You should have waited. You should have waited until you got home to discipline my nephew. And I'm like, why would I get home to discipline Kason when Kason is very smart? If I would let him play and then take him home and beat him, right? I'm like, that probably could have gave my baby it could have scarred him basically, right? So I left, and I don't know. I didn't talk to my sisters until today, and today is what, Wednesday? Today Wednesday? I think today Wednesday. So my sister like, yo, what happened? What happened? I was like, I was like, I think I was just like really, when I tell y'all, like, I really was like really mad, and like my eyes probably was red. Like I probably had red eyes. I had like the devil horns, and everything. Nobody have seen me that upset, like, right? So my sister Mika was like, "Sen, so what happened?" I was like, "Girl," I was like, "Look, I was just mad about about Sunday, right? Because Sunday it wasn't like a family gathering. It was just like two cheerleading groups, I guess. Let's just say that one was in the front, one was in the back, and we was waiting for the people to pretty much like um I don't know. Anyway, but I don't want to talk about that no more. So I was like, I was mad because of Sunday, right? And I was like, then my sister just kept irritating me, kept irritating me, kept irritating me, kept irritating me. And I just kept trying not to say nothing. I kept walking away. But then, like, here it is, you starving me, right? You starving me because, one, I ain't eat since like 12 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock at night. Why is no food? Right? Like, why is you allowing your... I think, we put too much on my niece. It was good from the little bit that I tasted. But I think we put too much on my niece. Like, I feel as though, like, somebody else should have been working another pot, to pretty much make it a little bit quicker, because 10 o'clock at night, eating a daggone seafood boil, that wasn't for me. I was like, nah. But, I had told my sister, I was like, look, I'm sorry. I was like, I guess I just, needed an event. She was like, Nate was like, you got a complex about you being fat. I was like, why would I have a complex about being fat? And then she was like, because my niece, her daughter was like, mommy, no, she was like, Aunt Cindy, why you use fake teeth on YouTube? Because they look better. So she was like, maybe I was mad because my niece asked me that question. I'm like, why would I be mad if my niece asked me if I use veneers on the internet? No, because it's true, right? I can't be mad at something that's true, right? Can't be mad at something that's true. So then she was like, I have a weight complex. I don't have a weight complex. I don't have that. I have a complex when it's like you're nagging and you're nagging and you're nagging. And now you're not nagging at nobody else. You're just nagging at me. Right? But I guess I maybe y'all ready for me to vent. I'm just gonna vent with y'all today. So at the party, right? Everybody like, well, some little things that I hear, that get on my nerves, that with my family. Somebody tell y'all. And family, if y'all here, don't get in your feelings about how I feel. You can't get mad at how I personally feel. This is my personal feelings. This is how me and my baby daddy talk. So like, when I get upset, to the point where I get upset, like really upset, I have to fuss my baby daddy out, and then him to evaluate it, listen to it, and be like, you know what, son, you are right, or be like, no, son, you're wrong. But these are my issues that I have with my family. One, they be like, cause you're such a white mom. I'm not white. I most definitely am black, right? Um, they're like, cause you don't discipline Kason. I'm like what? Like, I don't like to hit my son, right? Why I don't like to hit my son? Because I'm very heavy-handed. If you ever get hit by me, you will see what I mean. I'm very heavy-handed, and I can't balance between a soft hit and a hard hit. If I hit you, it's gonna be a hit. So that's one reason why I don't like to hit my son. Normally, when I hit Casey, he be like, and not like he died or nothing like that, but like it hurts. So my brother was correcting Kason, right? And at my brother's house, and I'm trying to sit there because that's what I'm trying to do. But then my brother couldn't get Casey to sit still, so then Kason got up. My mother tried to get him, and then my mother got up, and my mother tried to get him, and Casey did something, and I reacted. Yeah, and I beat Kason because, one, you ain't listening to your grandmother, and at the end of the day, I don't give a what it is. But what people, or what my family don't understand is, when y'all had kids and I used to get them, they knew me. Say what again? When y'all had kids and I used to get them, your kids knew me. So your kids knew to listen to me. Now, I'm not going to say that my son don't know his aunts and his uncles, but his aunts and uncles see him only 98% of the time when I'm around. And it could be months before he sees a particular aunt or uncle. Like, we went 6 months without seeing my mom, right? And I don't know how long it been since he's seen my father, right? So my son know of you, but he don't know of you to discipline him. So he don't know that he got to listen to you. So like me and my son father, right? He knows that that's his dad. But my son, my baby daddy, or Sean don't have the last say with Kason, because Kason is with me 24 hours, right? And I be trying to explain that to people, right? And they don't understand it. And then you're like, you need to beat him more. You need to beat him more. Why should I beat him? Why? That's why God gave me a mouth. That's why God gave me time. Time out. Like, well, I guess another mom or dad created time out. But when Kason do something that is to my level, in which Kason needs a pop, I do pop him. Right. So then I get, oh my God, Kason is just so active. Let's think on that. Let's think on the fact why Kason is so active. And for like I'm going to keep saying, YouTube, what's up? Y'all know how I am. Facebook, if y'all get to this level, family and friends, if y'all get to this level, don't judge me for what come out my mouth. This is my personal feelings. So they like, oh my God, Kason is just so active. Da 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 da. One, we in a whole pandemic, right? Two, he don't get to be around people kids. He's normally in the house with me all day. All day. So where you have multiple kids, right? Or even if you don't have multiple kids, right? Your child is around other kids. My son is not. So being as though he's not around kids, And if you don't believe me, just look it up. Just look it up. Like Google it. Right? If a child is isolated with a parent, how would they react once they're around other kids? That's Google that for me, okay? Ask a doctor, ask a therapist, ask a teacher, okay? So, Kason tries to make up for when he's not around kids, when he see kids, right? And what do you mean by that? He wants to play. He wants to play all day. So he gonna be like, let's play hide and go seek. And if you got a bouncy or something, he gonna be in a bouncy. Because one, Casey is he's in the house. You know, my house is big ish. But there's no other kids here. And like I'm not gonna go outside and like, hey, come in my house. So I get that complaint. What else complaint I get? Let's see. What else complaint I get? So I had all this in my head, like just you know how like you have those conversations with yourself and you pretty much break it down. But like whenever I have conversations with myself, I normally don't have a pen with me. Let me see. What I'm a white mom. I'm gonna have to do another video. And then I wanna apologize to y'all because I did have a seafood boil, right? Planned and everything. But when I left that cookout, when I left the seafood boil, as soon as I got in my car, I texted my baby father. I said, "Baby daddy, please come." I said, "Baby daddy, can you come over my house?" All right. And I was so frustrated that I don't let my baby daddy bang these walls out. But y'all know that's not what I like. So anyway, I had texted him and he ain't never texted me back. So I called him and he was like, I said yeah. But when I started to sit down and eat the seafood boil, my baby father walked in the door and guess what we did? Sat and ate the seafood boil together. And I didn't record. Mm. But I like y'all like my little therapist, right? So I get to talk to y'all. Y'all don't say nothing back, and y'all can't say nothing back when I'm pre-recorded. I get to watch the videos and then right now. But I wasn't my cheerful, happy-go-lucky self for 2 days. Y'all hear me? And then I don't know, like it kind of. I probably was mad because I watched my. So I had plans. I had plans to wash clothes on Saturday, in which I didn't wash clothes because my brother asked me to watch his kids, right? Um, I was mad because I already said yes, and I had to take Casey to the doctor, right? So that was one thing. So then I was mad because I had already made plans with my sisters and brothers, and I didn't want to cancel. But I swear, my mind kept saying, "Cinder, don't go. Cinder, don't go." But because I don't, because Casey's not around other people's kids like that, I be trying to suck on my issues, right? Try to put on this happy, well, no, not happy face, but I try to, be cordial and just, chill out and not have issues, right? It's a picture missing. That was so weird, right? It's a picture of Casey like this. But anyway, if I had friends who had kids who didn't mind their kids being around Casey, I probably wouldn't be around my family as much. Cause I don't know. I always get upset, and it's not like I don't love my family, but like, you ever heard of a dysfunctional family? That is most definitely what we are. Meek and Kendra, yeah, I can bang with them all day. But you add like another 2 or 3 sisters, probably 2 sisters, sometimes 3. I can just pretty much, go from okay to like not okay. Then, I, when I picked my sister up, right, I was like, I just hope ain't no drama, right? She was like, it shouldn't be no drama. I said, I don't know. I said, because you be drama too. And she like, what you mean? I said, because I haven't talked to you since the whole thing with Granddaddy. I said, I thought you was speaking to me. But like, she didn't really say anything about it. But yeah, I'm a person where if I don't say nothing, it's going to eat me up on the inside. And I was just, whew, my mouth was just running. It was just running. And I was like, I didn't want to say, like, on Sunday, I really didn't want to say nothing to my sister-in-law, right? Like, I like my sister-in-law. She, she can be like a little white girl acting. And, I don't like saying white girl acting because I don't like people calling me white girl. But she can be her. But I like my sister-in-law is cool. But I'm just looking like, yo, I was so when I tell y'all I was so mad. Like, the only interactions I had with my sister-in-law that day was the fact that she was like, you could have spoke. I think like that provoked me. And I'm looking like, I speak to you every fucking I speak to you all the time. Why make me feel like, you got an issue with me? Right? And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Send cause you be like y'all gonna be like, send cause you crazy. Send you crazy. I might be a little bit crazy. Might just be a little bit. But I think I'm done with this video. I think I'm done. And I want to tell y'all, I want some cornstarch, right? But the only cornstarch I got is Bob Red Mill. I had did a cornstarch video the other day. I did a cornstarch video on Monday. I probably did 2 cornstarch videos on Monday, but I ain't open them up. Because why I didn't open them up? Because I was really mad, and like when you really mad and you frustrated, you really mad and you frustrated. And you know what? I probably didn't do them on Monday. I probably did them on Tuesday. Yeah, I probably did them on Tuesday, but I was still like kind of like, what the hell? I was just saying to myself like, what the hell happened? But I remember, saying all that day like, I was just, after the fact, my baby daddy gave me the money to get my feet done, and then I was like, I wanted to wash clothes. Like, I wanted to wash clothes on Saturday. Okay, I just washed clothes today. So I called my baby father. I was like, I feel a little bit better, right? Because of the fact that I was able to wash clothes, and then I got my feet done yesterday, and which was so good. I had so much like dead skin on the back of my, is it called calluses? No, whatever it's called, like the dead skin. It might be called calluses. It when they did the cheese grate on my feet. I got a video of it, right? It's on TikTok, but I don't know. Yeah. But like y'all the people I speak to you, and it's not like I'm speaking bad or ill about people. This is just my personal own little place where I've been at. But saying you shouldn't be on social media and talking about stuff. Listen, if I don't talk about it, I'm gonna be upset. So I was just like, if I could just talk about it. I don't share people videos or nothing like that. But if I could just talk about it and, you know, ease my soul, because like talking to, even though y'all not here to talk with me, talking here helps, makes me a better person. But like Sunday, I really didn't talk to y'all. I did one little video and then I went to sleep. And I think my baby father came over that day too. But like, I don't think did he come over? I don't think he came over. So he ain't really calm like you know how like you got it. Well, take the fact that he's my baby father out of it, right? Just make it like he's a girl, right? But when you know you got one of them good girlfriends to talk to, that's my baby father. Like he listened to me, yo. He was just like, he came here on he came here and he was like, hold up, my bad, y'all. I knocked dogs down, but he came here on Monday, right? And this is how the conversation went. He was like, come on now. He like, what happened? So I was just like, am I mean? He's like, no, you're not mean. You know, you just hold things in, and when it comes out, it's just. I'm like, okay. And then he was like, you are hypersensitive to case with casing. And I'm like, I'm not that hypersensitive anymore. He said, you still are, right? And he just like made me calm. And he just like Sin, you know, you ain't getting no younger. You gotta stop being. I'm like, where being like, and I'm looking like, am I the bad person? Like, am I the problem? Be like, cause only drama happen when you come, Sin. Yeah, that's probably what y'all saying. Like, Sin, only problems happen when you come. No, I just think that like a lot of people. Okay, so okay, because I'm gonna say it anyway. A lot of people probably hold their tongues, but I feel as though like I don't hold my tongue no more. If I hold my tongue, it's going to eat me alive. Like the whole situation with my father. Like I see, you know, my son father was like, I had told my son father, I was like, Casey won't go see his grandfather. He said, well, why you taking him to go see him? I'm like, I just, you know, I gotta get the energy to go take him to see his grandfather. And he was like, well, Son, why you go take him? I was like, I just don't want to be around him. He was like, but I thought you and your father was cool. I was like, no. I was like, you know, at the end of the day, we still haven't had our conversation. Like, I need to have a conversation to fuss him out, just like I fuss my sister out. hmm I want to, and I can just if y'all was a fly on a wall, right? Y'all probably like, God dang. Yeah, if y'all was a fly on the wall, y'all probably like, Son, you gonna talk to your father like that? I'm like, yeah, because he seemed like to me he seemed like just a dude off the street for me. Yeah, but you know, I need to have a venting section where I can just speak my piece, let this tongue do what she do, cause she's a bad. What is the girl? What did the girl call me? Oh my goodness. My tongue, she said, cause you's a spitfire. I said, she like, your nickname is Spitfire. I said, why? She said, cause you spit fire. Oh, my fault. Excuse me, guys. It's natural, and I'm not editing this video. We're gonna have that fart in this video. Ew. Ew. What is that? A show. Um, I think I'm done. I've been on here for 45 minutes. And I just wanted to vent. I was hungry, so I wanted the shrimps actually. But I was like, since I'm gonna eat these shrimps and I didn't give you guys the seafood boil, let me just run my mouth. I'm not as mad. I'm not as mad as I was the other day. So I guess my teapot has boiled over, and you know somebody cut off the stove, so it's not cooking anymore. But Sometimes you just gotta let it all out, and you feel so much better. But my sister was like, "Cause I didn't know Cinder had a fat complex. I don't got no fat complex. I know I'm fat. I know I'm fat." But like, even though you're like, how? Okay, so I want before I get off this, before I get off here. I want to go back to the fat thing. The same way, like Lizzo don't have a fat complex, but at the end of the day, she still had a little meltdown. But my meltdown was like, I want to say Lizzo meltdown was not only because of the fact people was calling her fat. It wasn't. It was the fact that, from months, maybe years, everybody just like throwing knives at her, throwing knives at her, and she always tried to humble herself, like me, right? But then, when she put all the rumors all true, when she put it out there, and all the hate mail came in, like she had to have maybe an hour or 2 hour, little meltdown or whatever. I don't know how long she was at, but I had like a meltdown for like 24 hours. Not a meltdown, just two meltdowns in 24 hours. Not for 24 long hours, but they both happened in 24 hours. Yeah. And I shared them here for you guys. The second one, I haven't really opened it up. I need to watch it, but I don't, like, if y'all know, eventually it's gonna be posted on here anyway. Because if I record it, what's gonna happen? I will post it. Because I like me when I'm raw. It may hurt people's feelings, but it's anything that I post here on YouTube. It's not to hurt people's feelings. It's just for me to get my feelings put up. It's just for me, Cinder, to get my own personal feelings out. Because one, ain't no homegirls here, ain't no sister or brother besides Kenda and Mika checking on me. So this is my own personal therapist section. And I listen to y'all, but like at the end of the day, I have to say so on what it is that I do. Anyway, guys, I'm going to take my sleepy butt to bed. I hope you take your butt to bed too. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. If y'all have like conflict with your family, comment down below. What is always the conflict, or what is the one thing that your family do that send you over edge? Good night. Good night, good night, good night. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And if you like my video, share it to your friends. Trust me, I don't mind. Good night.